It was like a lot easier for me to think that my hair was good when everywhere I would go, like the black and brown communities that I lived in, people were like, oh yeah, your hair, you have good hair, you have good hair.
It's good hair.
Good hair means
Hair that fits a Eurocentric standard.
like adjacent to white.
Hair that's manageable.
Good hair is easy.
And like closest to straight as it can get. For me, it's really, I don't know, it's been really important. And I noticed that whenever I talk to my friends, like we all just, hair is so important and really a marker in kind of like where you are in this stage of your life and where you want to be. So maybe like starting a lock journey, you're on a new adventure, or like you're shedding your hair and you're allowing yourself to be in something new. I was born in Atlanta, and then I grew up in Miami for like half the time, and all those times I was just like surrounded by people of like different shades that represented me, or like hair that was in some way like similar to mine. And so I grew up like seeing all these different forms of people and just knowing that it was all beautiful. But definitely when I moved to Miami was like the first time that I experienced people looking at me and like looking at me in a different way than I viewed myself, and kind of like that's where I kind of started to notice like the good hair comments and like the light skin comments.
I started doing my own hair in 8th grade because my hair was relaxed before that. My mom did it. I decided to go natural, and she said that once I did that, she wouldn't be doing my hair anymore because she didn't do her own natural hair. I watched YouTube videos. I'd started like experimenting with like my relaxed hair before that. So the downside to watching YouTube videos, learning how to do your hair, is that a lot of the time the popular influencers had hair that was different from yours. So it was like hard to learn how to appreciate my hair in all different states that it was in. My mom had control over my hair for most of my life. I wanted control. So I wanted to be able to do more looks, and my mom, she was reaching her limit with like how much she could do with my hair. I wore uniforms in school for all of my life. So I kind of leaned on my hair a lot in terms of like just kind of wanting to stand out or wanting to feel more like myself.
I started doing hair when I was young, really young. Yeah. I would start doing hair for my sisters, my siblings. Honestly, I was not just start doing hair like because, oh, I like to do it. I was going to school and I doing basketball at the same time. That was my dream, to do basketball. Nobody teach me, to be honest. My friends, they know how to do hair, and I always washing them, But I never ask them, how to do this. No. Every single day you meet a different person, different people. And different person is different attitude. The problem is, some people, they like to take care of their hair really good. So, but some people, they don't care. They don't care. So you have to deal with it.
Well, I've been natural my entire life. Like I've never gotten like a perm or anything like that. But I did straighten my hair for like 5 years, and then freshman year of high school, I pretty much stopped straightening my hair. As a child, like single digits, I didn't really think about it. Actually, my mom used to only like straighten my hair like once a year, but then by like 4th or 5th grade, when we moved, on the corner of the block we lived on was like a Dominican hair salon, and so my mom was like, oh, instead of like straightening at home this one time, why don't we go and like check out this salon? So then like every 2 weeks I would like go and get a blowout, and that's when I was like, oh my gosh, my hair is so long when it's straight, and my hair is like so flowy when it's straight. But like also like as a child, like you know how you don't know when you're being fed things or like taught things about yourself. You're just like, oh, like this is what it is. Someone's white mom called my hair nappy. I don't know if anyone had ever called my hair nappy at that point, but I knew it was a bad word. And I was like, no way.
I thought that straighter hair was better. That's what I saw on TV. That's what my mom said. That's what my hair looked like. And I realized that stemmed from a lot of my internalized like prejudice against like curly hair when I was younger. Terms like nappy headed and like just rough hair. Like, oh, your hair is like hard to do. I didn't think it was negative, but looking back, it didn't help me in terms of loving my own hair.
At first I used to be like, wow, like, yeah, like, you know, like black girls can have long hair. But now I'm like, I don't really care if you can have long hair or not. I just care, is it healthy? Are you taking care of your hair? I like started thinking like, what am I trying to prove? Because white supremacy tries to get you to prove yourself to it in a multitude of ways. And like things like that is kind of like proving that like, see, like I'm still in some way, shape or form like relatively close enough to whiteness to like matter. It starts by like unlearning and wanting to unlearn, which is going to take time, right? It took us like 500 years to get where we are now. It's going to take even longer to like unlearn all these things that we've been taught about ourselves and our hair. But I think especially the like trying to prove ourselves part, because you'll spend your entire life trying to prove that like you're good enough.
So the state of my hair before now, it was, what was it, like maybe a month ago, where I decided to like shave my whole head. I had a whole head of locks. My locks had stored a lot of memory. I had them for about 2 years, and your hair is are extensions of you, kind of like antennas. So they store like your thoughts, your feelings and emotions. They can also be like protection, which is what they were for me for a long while. Especially I started them during COVID pandemic, so like they just gave me like a lot of comfort and strength. But I was moving into a space where I didn't need that anymore, and it was kind of like holding me back from being what I'm supposed to be right now. And so when I cut them, it was really like I said, a weight off my shoulders, because I'm like, okay, I can just be here, I can be light, I can be easy and free, and whenever it's time for me to have locks again, it'll be time.
I do your hair. If I like it right away, oh, you're gonna see my smile. I don't want to keep your money and then you're gonna walk out the shop without happy. I want, before you go, before you get out the shop, I want to see your smile. I love it, and you're gonna give it 100% your job, the service, and then you're gonna do the right thing every day.
What I would say to someone who's like who's learning to love their hair even more, is to just like spend time with yourself and just be in yourself, and I don't know, just really sit and like get to know yourself as best as you can. And it'll take time, but like learning to see every part of yourself and just be curious and be like, wow, this is, I didn't know that I felt this way about this part of me or this part of me.
It makes me like physically tired, but spiritually empowered, honestly. Like in terms of braiding, especially like long-term protective styles, I feel connected with myself all the way, because like there is a sort of autonomy in being able to control every aspect of how your hair looks, and especially when you're braiding it yourself. It's still like empowering once I like see a finished style that I've done, and I learned to love it in every state that it's in.
I consider my hair part of like my outfits and accessories. Sometimes with your natural hair, it won't be shaped the way you want it to, but usually I feel good about it, or like usually I think it goes with my outfit.
I observed that it's something that has changed so much. I feel like as I was growing up, like good hair was hair that's manageable and like closest to straight as it can get. especially if it's like naturally that way. It was seen as like good hair. But I feel like as time has gone by, and like we've as a community like embraced everything and everyone, we all are embracing the idea that every hair is good hair.
All hair is good hair to me now. Just as long as you like it, as long as it looks like what you want it to look like, as long as you have control over it.